watching Let's Chat.
For today's My Best Me check-in with Coach Maurice, we are stepping into the kitchen to help make a healthy spin on some of your favorite holiday recipes. Of course, Coach Maurice, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
And Beth, the ringleader of My Best Me, thanks for joining us as well.
Well, this is really great fun. Getting ready for the holidays is one of my favorite things to do.
So, Coach Maurice, you've been giving us some tips on how to survive the holidays, not gain a ton of weight. And today you're bringing us two recipes that are favorite recipes, but have a healthy spin on them.
Absolutely. So I have a rule, Jess, and that's that if it doesn't taste good, I don't eat it. I know that sounds like a really strange rule, but I've found over the years that I'll put something in my mouth and think, why did I think that was so great? So these are family favorites. My mama was from Benton, from Polk County, where you're from. And her house always smelled so wonderfully, and it was her cornbread dressing, which was the sage and the thyme that she would use, as well as the onions and the celery. So we're going to start with this because it helps us get started and get things going. So we have the cornbread dressing. What makes it healthier is that we bulk up the veggies in it. The more fiber you have, the better off you are. So it fills you up, it gets your vegetables in. It was a trick I started using when my kids were little because they didn't want to eat vegetables.
Right?
That's right. They go, I don't like celery. Well, this is a lot of celery. It's actually an entire bunch of celery that has been chopped up in the food processor. I'm lazy. I'm a lazy cook. So I use the food processor with the herbs. I have sage and thyme and onion, and we're going to saute that in 4 tablespoons of butter.
Yum, that sounds good.
Yes, so,
have you tried other vegetables with it besides those? Or you can really add anything you choose, right?
You can add other things that you want to like you could do sausage. Some people use turkey sausage, a sage sausage in their dressing. But I'm trying to keep it to my mama's recipe, which is what she does. So you saute this. In the meantime, you can pour that in, Jess. This is chicken bone broth.
Am I pouring this in the skillet?
No,
or in
pour it on.
How much?
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
So my mama did a wet dressing, and what happens when you do a wet dressing is I cook it the day before, I put it all together, and then I cook it in the oven, and then I put it in the refrigerator, which firms it up so that it allows you to do portion control.
I see.
So instead of getting 2 cups of dressing at Thanksgiving or Christmas, you can get maybe a half a cup, which is really more what a serving would be.
But that's one thing you've been talking about for a couple weeks, Coach Maurice, is making sure that we're utilizing correct portion control.
Absolutely, because you can eat healthy all you want, and Beth is doing a great job demonstrating the healthy ingredients. But if you don't watch the portion, it's not going to help you too much during the holidays. So you really want to watch the portion. But real quickly, regarding the vegetables that you puree together here, Beth, is I love it because broccoli, parsley, ingredients like that are actually, that can help you.
They're good digestive
They
type,
are.
right?
They're high in fiber. They can stop the craving of sweets and salt.
Perfect.
And here's the best part of it, especially parsley. It's a scrubber. It's considered, parsley and broccoli are considered scrubbers. They scrub a lot of the toxic out of our system, allowing the body to lose fat quicker. So I love what you've done here with the celery. You know, celery is good for your bone density. It's high in calcium. So, and the fact that it tastes good like grandmother's recipe and still get the benefit, that's what it's all about.
I think you could take this recipe and serve it and not tell anyone.
That's right.
Exactly. We will not announce it.
Yeah,
We will not announce it.
Now. Everybody knows. So the other thing I've started here, I had about a cup of water in the saucepan. I had chopped, using my food processor, cranberries and 3 tangerines or cuties.
Okay. So it's a citrus cranberry relish.
This is a cranberry relish. I let that cook down. I put in a stick of a cinnamon stick in, and I just let it. I bring it to a boil and then let it simmer. So it tenderizes the cranberries, and then we're going to add some stevia or any sugar substitute.
Well, I think a lot of people if they're, quote unquote dieting, or they're trying to avoid, certain foods, cranberry relish is the first one that goes off the plate because
Absolutely.
we know it's high in sugar.
Right.
But you can use sugar alternatives that allow you to have that little smidgen of it.
You can, Jess. You can also, we were discussing this before the show, you can also use like pineapple juice,
Oh, yeah.
peach juice, depending on your flavor. My mother uses pineapple juice in some of the pineapple that comes in a can because most of the pineapples are 100% pineapple juice on the can. You can read and make sure of that. But that's another alternative to sugar,
Yeah.
is get the pineapple that gives it the flavor
it that
you want.
natural
Oh,
sweetness.
absolutely, and it tastes great, and you have the natural sugar in there.
And Beth, I know you have a plate hiding over there. I want you to pull that out and let's
so
show
good.
everybody. Guys, look how good this is. And you can set it right up there. They'll get a nice shot of it. And this is super simple. These are your favorite recipes that you love to eat at Thanksgiving. They're just made a little bit healthier. And guys, they're still going to taste just as good. You can put them on your I said plate, but you can put them on your table. Nobody will know the difference. It's your little secret that you're sneaking in some healthy vegetables
right.
and some healthy takes. Guys, real quick, we do want to remind everyone, of course, have a happy Thanksgiving, but mark your calendar for December 14th. The health fair is coming up. We'll have more information with Coach Maurice coming up next week on that. Guys, thanks so much for sharing these recipes.
Thank you for having me.
We will post these, don't worry. You can go online and find them and make them for your own holidays. All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Jess.